Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripan Study Center. We are going to do today is very important MCQ which will be a very important for the exam point of view. And it will be important for this competitive exam. Let's see what is our topic today. And the question here, to solve the food problem of the country, which among the following is necessary? You know that question is very interesting. Question here, to solve the food problem of the country, which among the following necessary here? मीन देश की खाद्य समस्या को हल करने के लिए निम्नलिखित में से क्या आवश्यक है। देखिए, देश में खाद्य की समस्या जो है, खाद्य का मतलब होता है फूड की जो समस्या चलती जा रही है, पूरे देश के जो है कमर तोड़ के रख दिया है। महंगाई इतनी बढ़ती चली जा रही है। अगर इस महंगाई से हमें निपटना है तो हमें क्या कर सकते हैं और इसके लिए हमें क्या करना चाहिए। तो क्वेश्चन ये काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण है, काफ़ी ज़रूरी है, इसको समझना भी ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन तो है ही है लेकिन देश का सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम भी है। द ऑप्शन है इंक्रीज द प्रोडक्शन एंड स्टोरेज ऑफ फूड ग्रेन, बी here easy access of people to the food grain, and C people should be have money to the purchase the grain, and D all of above. You know that question is very interesting. To solve the food problem of the country, which among the following necessary here? The necessity is important, but one point is important. To solve the food problem of a country, there should be increase in the production and storage of food grain. Most of all point here, the increasing in the production and storage of food grain, there should be easy access to the people to the food grain, and people should be have money to be purchase the grain. The most important things here. But options A, increasing the production storage of food grain, yes, it is important. And easy access to people to the food grain, yes, it is also important here. And C, people should be have money to purchase the grain, yes, it is right. It means to the D option is correct here. Next question on your screen. Question here, which of the cell is the longest? You know that question is very interesting. Which of these a cell is the longest? मीन इनमें से कौन सी कोशिका सबसे लंबी है। देखिए, ये चार ऑप्शन आपको दिए हुए हैं, इनमें से आपको बताना है कि सबसे लंबी कोशिकाएं कौन सी है। क्वेश्चन समझ में आया कि सबसे लंबी कोशिका कौन सी है। अगर हम ऑप्शन पे ध्यान दें तो ऑप्शन ए बोन सेल, ऑप्शन बी nerve cell, option C stomach cell, and D heart muscle cell. You know that question is very important. Which of these cell is the longest? But one point is important. Nerve cell is the longest cell in the human body because nerve cell distribute to all part of our body. It means to the longest cell here. It means to the option B is correct. Option B is correct. The nerve cell is the longest cell in our body. The option B is correct. And let's see next question here. The next question on your screen. Question here. Why do the cell of apical meristem lack of vacuoles? You know that question is very interesting. Why do cells of apical meristem lack vacuoles? मीन शीर्ष स्थल विभाजक की कोशिकाओं में रसधानियाँ का अभाव क्यों होता है। देखा जाए तो अपिकल मेरिस्टेम में जो होता है रसधानियाँ का अभाव क्यों होता है। क्वेश्चन काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण है, समझने वाली है। द ऑप्शन है A, they store a food material, B, they have a thin cell wall, C. They contain a dense cytoplasma. And D. They are actively or dividing of cell. You know that question is very interesting. But important point here, apical meristem cell are young cell. That's an important point here. Apical meristem cell are young cell and are actively or dividing. So they require to the food instantly and there is no requirement of storing of food. No requirement of storing of food and also they do not produce a large amount of waste. Hence, they lack vacuoles. There is no produce a large amount of waste, so there are lack of vacuoles. It means to the option here, the option D is correct. Option D is correct. They are actively dividing cell. The option D is correct. Let's see next question here. The next question on your screen, question here, the kitchen of the cell is, you know that the kitchen of the cell means कोठरी की रसोई है। देखिए ये क्वेश्चन काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण बनता है एग्ज़ाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कि कोठरी की रसोई हम किसे कहते हैं, यानी किचन्स ऑफ सेल किसे कहते हैं। काफ़ी महत्वपूर्ण यहाँ पर क्वेश्चन है। द ऑप्शन है माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया, ऑप्शन बी इंडोप्लाज्मा रेटिकुलम, सी इज क्लोरोप्लास्ट एंड डी ग्लोक्सिया प्रोएचा। यू नो दैट question is very interesting. Question is very interesting. The kitchen of the cell is. But one point here, chloroplast has a green pigment. Chloroplast has a green pigment is called chlorophyll and they are involved in their photosynthesis of food. So they are also known as the kitchen of the cell. It means to the option C is correct. Option C, chloroplast to call a kitchen of the cell because they are involved in the photosynthesis of food. There is a green pigment is called chlorophyll and they are involved in the photosynthesis of food. So is called kitchens of cells. It means to the option C is correct. And let's see next question here. Next question on your screen. Question here, amoeba acquire its food through a process term. You know that question is very important and interesting also. Amoeba acquires its food through a process term. Mean amoeba अपना भोजन एक प्रक्रिया के माध्यम से प्राप्त करता है जिसे हम क्या कहते हैं। देखिए दोस्तों, जो अमीबा होता है वो अपना भोजन एक प्रक्रिया के द्वारा ही प्राप्त करता है। उस प्रक्रिया को हम क्या कहते हैं, उस प्रक्रिया को हम क्या कहते हैं। द ऑप्शन ए एक्सोसाइटोसिस, ऑप्शन बी इंडोसाइटोसिस, सी प्लाज्मोलाइसिस, डी बोथ एक्सोसाइटोसिस एंड इंडोसाइटोसिस। You know that question is very interesting. Question is very interesting. Amoeba acquire is a food through a process term. But one important factor here, amoeba acquire is a food through a process term endocytosis. Endocytosis, the ingestion of material by the cell through their plasma membranes. No, that's the most important things here. Amoeba acquire its food through the process term endocytosis, and endocytosis is the ingestion of material by cells through their plasma membranes. It means to the option B is correct. Endocytosis. Endocytosis, the process there is amoeba acquired the food through here. Endocytosis. Option B is correct.